Hi friends, welcome to Saral Trader. Today I'm going to do the weekly review and share some trades that we took last week. So the first thing that we did last week was to book our profits on BITO. So BITO we were holding, this is the ETF for Bitcoin. So we were holding it, we entered some trades earlier and then we got a very decent exit in this bump. So we exited our entire position at around 10% gains in the ETF section. Then we had a failure, setup failure on microchip. So microchip was a momentum trade that we took on the stocks, and this, actually completely fizzled out. And we may re-enter this, but this trade, took out a lot of our profits. We lost around 20% in this one. Then another trade in which we booked profit was Amazon. So Amazon, we entered around 184 levels and then we got a very good follow through. Now it made a very new all-time highs and we reached a good profit level, so we exited the entire position at around 16 to 17% gains. So Amazon was a good trade for us. Now it's again retracing and this is going to be a good support. This is around 200. So if it comes back in this range, it actually touched 200 already and then reversed. So this will become a flash point. So somebody who wants to re-enter can look at this level and then possibly, if further retracement comes in, this is going to be a very big demand zone. A lot of selling done by Jeff Bezos, the earlier founder, as I think he's done with his selling now. Now let's look at S&P 500. So S&P 500 has a very good move up, and if you look on the smaller time frames, which is 4 hour, S&P 500 went up, had a big gap. I call it Trump gap, and then it found resistance, got a very clear signal, and came down. It's touching the support line, and this is a very strong support, but there is a possibility that we may do a full gap fill and then we move up. So this is S&P 500 currently short. We don't have a position in this. If you look at the small cap index, which is IWM, now IWM on the daily charts has given a sell. Now this is the flash point which held as a major resistance. We are almost there, and if you follow me, I did tell earlier that there will be a gap fill. In fact, I was on the opinion that 230 will come, so it did come. Now we have a signal on the short side. This may do a touch of the trend line, so the possible targets can be 223 and 220. So an options trade can be created here of 224, and 220 can be the targets here. So this is something that can be watched out for if you're looking at short, or you can also short using futures. But whenever you are doing futures, micro futures like M2K, or you're doing RTY, you must hedge your positions. Don't trade futures without hedging. So if you want to learn how to hedge, there are 2 3 different ways that we can do it. So reach out to me on that. Now let's look at crude oil. So on the crude oil charts, if you see, for last uh, around 3 months or maybe 4 months, we are continuously making lower highs, and we are moving in a very congested zone. And then again there was a rally which fizzled out. Now we are making fourth touch in this time. If crude oil doesn't move or get support from here, we can possibly look at a breakdown. Now this breakdown can have at least 6 to 7% fall. So you're looking at around 63 to 64 kind of targets coming in if the breakdown comes. So crude is looking really, structure is weak. Now possibly, if you have to take a long trade, you can go long with the possible targets of 71 to 72, but make sure that if you do long, you are very tightly hedged. Don't trade crude oil. Crude oil is wild. It gives 7 8% down moves. very easily. So don't short crude oil if you are not hedged, especially with futures. Now we had a open trade in open door, um, which has completely gone against us. It has an option trade. The option is worthless now. So this took us out almost. It looked weak, but never got a follow through. This is getting into a major distribution. Now there are three pullback trades that are on my radar in the large cap counter trend system. So first is that Thermo Fisher. So Thermo Fisher is a medical devices domain company, and this has given a buy signal here, which is a counter trend trade. So this is a very good point to somebody who wants to buy large caps. But in this counter trend system, we will buy, and then either it goes up and meets our target. If it goes down, the system will do buy in tranches. So if you are taking a counter trend trade, please make sure that you are ready to buy more, at least a couple of 2-3 times if needed. We can get a target in first or second buys itself, but if it not, we might have to hold it longer. The second trade is in Campbell Soups. Now this is a FMCG company. Everybody would know name of Campbell Soup. This is a very so this had a good rally. From 44 it went up to almost 50, 52, 53 kind of levels. And if you look at the lower side from 42 to almost 54, so almost a 22% rally it gave. And now this entire rally has corrected, and we are currently in a support area. So this is one where you can start buying. It's a good dividend paying company, and in the counter trend trade. So in the counter trend trade, I personally, whenever I'm buying, I will buy either 2% of my portfolio value, because I have to be ready to buy at least 2-3 more times if the downfall continues. So this is the Campbell Soup. Then we have Pepsi. So Pepsi is another company. It was trading at around 170, 180 levels, and now it is at 158. So almost a correction of around $20, which is around 10% to 11%. Now this has been in a range for a very long time. So from around last year, almost a year, more than a year now, it has been operating between 180 to 160. Now it can further break down from here and go to lower levels, but on the counter trend system, Pepsi has entered into a value zone. So you can buy, and we may have to be ready to buy more, but this system is reliable. It gives good returns, and it is playing out very well. On the ETF side, we have a trade in Koru, which is KORU, the South Korea 3X. This one has reached extreme oversold levels. We have bought it 3 times already, and now it's in extreme oversold levels even on shorter time frames, if you see. And I'm expecting that there will be a pullback. Pullback will take us and we'll meet our targets. We may have to hold it longer, but this is reached a level where we might have a very good move. Another ETF on the emerging market indexes side is EPHE. Now EPHE is a Philippines index, and this has reached cheaper valuations as per Saral model. We have reached extreme oversold levels, and we have now already have bought it twice, and this is a very good levels to buy. There is less possible downside. We are already in a value zone, and we might have a sharp up move here. So this is one. Then we have UNG. UNG is natural gas. We have an options trade, and we also have a ETF trade in this. It is, in my opinion, we have seasonality on our side, because generally winters are coming, so seasonally it goes up. We had this big candle on the green side, and then it's completely fizzled out. So we are still holding our longs and we'll hold. This is also a counter trend setup, as per Saral system. So this is something that you can hold. Then we have, what do we have? Another setup that we are looking at is on emerging market ETFs is IDO, EIDO, which is the Indonesia index. Now again, Indonesia index has already sold off around 15% from the top, and we have a position, but we'll wait to add more. This is also reaching historically cheaper valuations right now. Then we booked profits in PBR. This was the counter trend trade that we took, and it went completely in our favor. We got our targets, full targets now, so that's we are out of this. Um, so this is pretty much looking at. If you have any other stocks to cover, do let me know. Thanks.